Oh my god, no, I can't. It's just this chapter of Magi, and I always start off not only by saying this or that, but jeez, do I have to fucking put them in bold, fucking capital, metallic, like every single thing you can put on that fucking keyboard right there. But that chapter, the Magi, was absolutely insane. Now, I had to remind, ladies and gentlemen, I did a 20-minute video last time talking about the theories of time, like, you know, space, how destiny works. Like, I've done some shit on there, but nah, you want something that's just straight, clean, simple, hype. That's this chapter of Magi. That's clearly what it is. And I generally am excited to bring you here as we get a little bit of an origin story for David, but Sinbad of the Seven Motherfucking Seas. Let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm excited. I'm like a little girl being asked out to the prom. Let's just go. David Abraham, oh you motherfucker. Ever since you were literally straight out of that ball sack and all that, like from your father, he was only one of the members of Almataran that was only the one provided by, like, Ilya, provided with magic, and in that fleeting moment he felt like, this is destiny. I understood everything is inevitable and all that. He's the only one that understood it, and it is like, why did God choose me? What's a magician? What's going on? And then pretty much his entire life was going, I've lived a long life and all that, and I'm executing my ideals, and I'm existing that matches God. I'm finally something that's next to God. I've become part of the singularity to become God. I am fantastic. My duty is over. I'm amazing. And, like, straight up, the entity of Sinbad is, no, you're not. You're not going to be told that. You know, you're what? Your magicians are, they're king helpers. That's what they are. They help kings and all that, and they are king advisors and all that. God isn't the one that creates the world, it's the kings, David. Come on, lend me your power. I'll show you a world you have never seen before. And he grabs the entire entity of David out of the fishbowl and straight out with him with alongside his rook flowing with him, and it's like, you know, what the hell's going on? How did you survive this in there? You know, like, you became part of the great flow. There's no way you could have kept your consciousness throughout the entire year. There's like, you're grabbing your entire consciousness from the rook, and it's like, how? And that's the simple thing. His 7 Djinns helped him keep the grip of their, like, his rook and all that, and just straight up the way that David says it, of my king's rook. So that's another thing as well. Before we can get to talk about all the fucking Djinns, it's straight there and then, like, David confirmed, I'm this dude's Magi. I will be your superior. Like, I will help you become a king, not one that's a god. One that transcends everything. That transcends God, transcends reality, transcends everything that the concept of this universe has been built upon. So, not only did he have Arba, which Arba is her own like Magi, although she's lost a lot of her power, but then you've got David, who David is a god in himself, like, and then you got something with, like, Ugo there, and it's like, how Ugo's actually starting to think and, like, miscalculate that, and it's like, how did this happen? Every single one of them, 7 of them, all there for fur, like Zephyr, therefore, like Baal, Folklore, Crossel, Zephyr, like they're all there. Every single one. I kind of like that we got a reveal on a lot of the characters. I'm taking some of them have been, like, revealed in, like, the actual, like, Sinbad manga as well. I know definitely for a good majority of them. Also, we knew Zephyr, we know Furfur, I think was in the manga. Like, Valifor, I believe, was in there. I think Zephyr is definitely one that we've seen in the manga. Baal alongside of the manga, Folklore, like, I think, like, some of them have been in there, but it's like, there's a good majority. It's just that there are so many of them at this point. It's like, just so many of these goddamn motherfuckers and all that just there. And I love the fact that you have, like, one of them right in the back and all that, that's just like evil as fuck looking, just like staring in the background after everything, and it's just like, what happened and all that, and just straight up, they say the truth as it is. You know, our body of our owner died in return. We are not going back to our dungeons, Ugo. We are not doing that. We only have one king in mind, and that is Sinbad. You know, King Solomon abandoned destiny. He could not see the future of the world anymore, and truthfully, all living beings need an omniscient, absolute being, and nobody but Sinbad can do that. And that's really interesting, because we've never really had the opinions at all on Sinbad's creatures in the Magi manga. The Sinbad one is actually a little bit different, where we find out a little bit about them, and this is like where it's encouraging. It's like, oh, I feel like at this point, I kind of want to read Sinbad. If Sinbad was completed right now, I'd marathon it all just to find out more about him. But I think there's still, like, I don't even know, like, which is even going to be finished first. Like, it sounds like, from, honestly, where it's going is that the Magi actual straight-up manga is going to be finished way before, like, from what the spin-off is going to be. Like, it's insane. And all of them doing this, and, like, Ugo's like, how can I be wrong? Like, you've made this thing that's transcended God cry. You made God's God cry. Like, and he's like, no, Solomon wanted to become king, everything, he just wanted to be happy. Like, everyone are like, why are you saying this now? And then the silhouette of, like, what we see there of Solomon, like, there, and it's just like, rest, Ugo, you did your job, I'm tired too, I didn't want to become king, let's read a book peacefully and leave the rest to our Sinbad. And he's just like, I'm so tired, I've been here the trillions of years, and it's motherfucking David manipulating him, making an illusion, like, right there, using the chance of his confusion to trick him there. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, I love just the part of it. It's like Sinbad's there, of course, from my Magi David, of course. That's concerning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Djinns and 1, 2 Magis. Regardless, one of the Magis is kind of out of commission, but I think with him having the control over everything, over the overflow of destiny, the concepts and all that, he is there at the helm. He controls it. He is the great flow. He can take whatever he pleases. He can change whatever he pleases. Like, that's goddamn a scary, an incredibly scary thought. I think, like, generally the only ones that will be able to withstand this is generally people like Magis, because what could the Jin users really do at this point? And like, it's a good thing Sinbad is like just doing it for his own kind of selfish desires. He's already admitted that he's a greedy human, but he could just go, gone, universe reset, gone, everyone's gone. That is a terrifying thought. No, that's not even exaggerating it too much. It's a fucking horrendous thought. It's a catastrophe waiting to happen. And then it's just like, we had that, and then I'm like, I can't believe the manga did this. It's like, you go there and then it's like, no, you go back to, like, literally Hakuryu and literally Kyokyoku and Alibaba planning out the wedding. It's just like, wait, go back to that. Go back to the, fuck the wedding right now. Fuck the wedding. There are more things that need to be answered right now. Obviously, I'm happy for the wedding and all, but it's like, hey, Alibaba, stop writing invitations. It's like a ton, you know, the Alibaba company has so many special clients, and it's just like, there was one like that I kind of thought was really funny, and it was an invitation that, like, what we got to see, like, with Morgiana doing, and it's just this big fucking massive one they sent to, like, Monsieur, and it's like, yeah, Monsieur gets the big pimp ass, like, fucking invitation. Like, I thought that was kind of funny. I thought that was like, yeah, look at this, and she's like, yes, expected of my bride, yes, you could, nice calligraphy there. It's just like, is that an invitation though, or a threat? But then it just turns back again, and we have Judah just appears, and it's just like, hey guys, you've been waiting for me, you know, the big build-up. I remember though, like, on the actual kind of, like, little spoiler pictures that we had for a while, where they're, like, silhouetted, I remember, like, they were showing a picture of, like, Judah, like, generally having, like, a beard or goatee. Like, I believe it was either him, or, like, I believe it was Hakuria, where they actually, like, it was there a tease very early on, it's like, oh yeah, maybe these guys, but I think the fact is that just Judah is, like, one of the poster boys, and he's, like, actually one of the most popular guys in, like, the series alongside, like, that's the thing, like, there's a lot of man meat in Magi, and Judah is a very popular one alongside Sinbad and a couple, like, Alibaba and a couple other guys, and I think a lot of people maybe might have been a little bit too upset if we saw him change too much. I think, like, with Aladdin, they always thought he was cute, but then just turning him himself into a man meat, so it's just like, it's fine, like that, like, so Jessley, it was like, oh, what are you doing, Judah? And he's like, I went back to my homeland. It's like, I generally went to see, like, my village and, you know, this mountain that I used to live in, and it's just like, by the way, Judah's not his real name. He actually has a real name after all, and I don't know if that's ever been said at all in the Sinbad manga. I highly doubt it, but it's like, that's actually interesting that that's not his real name. That's something that, you know, like, Al Farming actually gave him. So that's actually a kind of interesting fact. But then it goes back to literally, we get to see Yunnan and Aladdin, and they're like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And it's just like, this situation is fucking dire. And it's like, yeah, I don't, you can feel it. Well, the world is different. So Sinbad has already changed something about the world, and the fact that, like, what's going on right now is something here. Like, so maybe have we actually, like, something happened generally with the fact that, oh, Jadar just came in and he's all friendly now? Is that something that's happened as well? Like, is that something that's affecting it? I'm just, like, how much of the stuff are you questioning right now? Like, we knew, like, everything that we've known, this could be a completely different timeline right now. We're going, like, on some JoJo shit. We're going on some, like, complete JoJo shit, like, different timeline dimension shit, where this could be an alternate reality where it's like, Judar just isn't a salty motherfucker at the world anymore, which I don't know if it's going to go that far, but I think, like, there are going to be some small nuanced differences, and the fact that we can already confirm Yunnan and Aladdin have noticed this, they can know these things, and it doesn't seem like they've been affected really, which is an interesting situation. So it's like, are only the Magi's the only ones able to, like, to do anything about this? Maybe the Jinns. I think, like, the Jinns might be able to do something about it. Like, although I was, like, previously saying just a moment ago that they might not be able, like an actual person like Alibaba can't do much in this situation, because you got fucking Magi's everywhere, and you got David, which is fucking God, and then you got Sinbad, who's, what comes after God? Infinity? He has the complete control of the Great Flow. What can you do to that? I can choose whether or not, if I can give you Rook, like Aladdin. This is what, like, Sinbad's doing to him right now. Oh, you wanted to change? Oh, sorry. Oh, no, Aladdin. Oh, think about it. I can bring your daddy back. I can bring your mommy back. You know, everything's all fine, and I can give you what you want. Just leave me alone, Aladdin. You want boobs? I give you the glory of boobs. Like, Alibaba, you want your company, you want all that going as well. Sure, Morgiana, you want your tribe back? Go ahead. You die, never want to be involved in the life. I've got you covered. Like, Hakuryu, you want to be a king? You want to enjoy yourself? You want Morgiana? You want a bit of that Morgi, huh? I can give it, like, Sinbad, that's how terrifying Sinbad is. He can do anything. And I mean that fact. Anything. Nothing, and we can clearly see Ugo was a person with a fucking brain and a sentient being. Look what that did to him. We cannot have someone in charge of this shit. We just can't. It's, no. Generally just not. Like, and the fact is, I don't think Sinbad's going to be staying in that sacred palace, because we clearly know time does not operate in that place. So yeah, I don't think Sinbad's just going to be standing there for about a trillion jillion years or anything. So that's interesting, and yeah, it terrifies me. I am generally shit scared of fucking Sinbad now. And I'm really happy because a lot of us were like, wow, we kind of felt a bit under, like, is that the way how Sinbad goes out, a fucking main character? And no, he's back. He's the main villain. I never actually would have thought, like, a lot of us were thinking that David was going to be the final villain, but it's Sinbad. Sinbad of the motherfucking Seven Seas. Generally, this, I think this is still near a 10. I don't think 10s have to nearly be like, this is pretty much a perfect chapter. I loved every single moment of this. Every single, like, even with, like, you know, like the most of the wedding stuff, like, adds, like, it's like, oh, it's comedy, it had a little funny bit. But then you think about it a little bit more, where I'm like, did the Jadar thing have something to do with Sinbad? Like, did that generally do? And then you add up, what has Sinbad got? Sinbad's arsenal is terrifying. God, you have God, you're a god under that, and then adding into the facts of that, you just have 7 Jinns, you control the will of destiny, everything. I don't give a fuck. 10 out of 10 chapter. Absolutely adored it. Loved it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What you thought about Magi down below. But that is all from me. I'll see you guys, though, next time.